Hey guys, it's Wednesday for another 20 minutes or so, and I'm making this video fast, and the syncing of my lips and my words are totally off, and I apologize, but this new webcam software I'm using, I'm not really liking it, but it's a free trial, and I figured I'd try it a few more times before I made a determination. Anyway, we're doing obsessions as a theme, and Amy talked about Doctor Who, so I'm only going to briefly touch on that, but that is my biggest obsession right now. I found it because a bunch of my friends were talking about it and I wanted to know more about it. So I tried watching an episode when I caught it on BBC America at like 3 in the morning at one point, and I was intrigued by it, but I didn't understand what was going on because it was part 2 of a 2-part episode, so I had missed the entire first part. Plus I didn't really know that much about the show. So then I started asking my friend Emmy about it and what it was about, and she told me, and I thought it was a really cool sounding, but it was still a little too weird for me because I'm not really into sci-fi. But I decided to give it a try, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, you have all these deeper meanings behind it. Like, for instance, Amy said, like, he's over 900 years old, and what does he do? He's the last of his kind, he's the only one, and yet he can't just sit and let, like, the human race go. He helps them all the time, constantly. And especially when children are involved, he tends to really, like, get involved. That's how he ended up meeting Amy Pond, his companion for the 5th series. And I started watching the 5th series like Amy, and then I went backwards because the 5th series was really interesting, and I don't think, like Amy said, I would have been as interested in it if I had started with series 1 because it started off slower, and I think it would have started too slow for me. But once I was already into it, it was fine, the slowness of the first series of the newer Doctors. And I just love it. I would recommend it, but if you're not into sci-fi, you might not be willing to try it. I wasn't into sci-fi, but I tried it, and I'm obsessed. And, like, I also have obsessions with, like, Sherlock and Merlin, but this is a really, I don't have that much time to make this video, so I'm not going to talk about all my obsessions. I'm going to talk about Doctor Who, and now I'm going to talk about Harry Potter, which the Harry Potter books I read from the time I was, like, 10 years old. I grew up with them. It's something that's been in my life since I was, before I even, you know, hit middle school. I was still in elementary school, so it's a really big thing for me, and the fact that, you know, it's ending with the 7th movie part 2, like, 'cause the books are over and now the movies are gonna be over, it's like, oh my god. But my obsession is so bad that I wanted a wand, and my cousin knew this to this point. My older cousin, who's 25 years old, knew that I wanted a wand, so she bought it for me for Thanksgiving, and it's really cool because it lights up, and I think I featured it in a video before, but it's just really cool, and I love it. And I'm gonna turn it off now so the batteries don't die. But and the thing is, I don't really love the actual plot of the books. I do, and I like the books, and I like the storyline, but I really love the world that J.K. Rowling created even more than the actual plot of the books and everything. I love that she created this wizarding world inside of the human world. She created it inside the human realm, inside everyday life, and it, like, made it so believable in a way. Like, for a kid, it was like my imagination was able to totally process that as thinking, oh, that could be real if you use your imagination and everything. And it was really something that I loved as a kid. I always wanted to I wanted to go to Hogwarts. I still wish it were real and I could go to Hogwarts and that it was all real. But obviously I know at this point, I hate to say it, but it's not. But I like to pretend sometimes. I like to say, oh my god, you know? But it's not, but it's something that I've been obsessed with for a really long time. And the thing is, like I said, the plot is good, but Harry as a character is not my favorite by far. Like, there's things about him that annoy the crap out of me, but I like some of the more minor characters. Like, I love Luna Lovegood. She is, like, amazing. Her quirks, but everything, but she's really such a good character and amazing. And Neville, I love him. He's like your typical, I came from the complete bottom, people made fun of me, but yet here I am at the top, and I love him, and I love Remus Lupin. Just, he's always been my favorite. So it's just, I love it, and I can't believe it's ending, and it's just, god. But I'm gonna cut this video short now because it's already way too long, and I have to post it before Wednesday is over. So Davis, I will see you tomorrow, and I'm excited to hear about your obsessions. Bye guys.